Hello and welcome to Conquer the Beast. This is our final in an episode of 7. The idea was to give you some tips and tricks to get on the horse and begin advancing towards your goal. So this is address and remove impediments, obstacles, and blockers for the team. Let's jump into it. Now, the term impediment is more synonymous with agile, as you probably have read in your agile practice guide. Impediments, obstacles, blockers, all the same thing. So taking a look at the breakdown with the enablers, we have determine those critical impediments, prioritize those critical impediments, use your network and influence to implement solutions to remove those impediments, and reassess continually to ensure impediments, obstacles, and blockers for the team are being addressed. Those are the 4 things. Let's go into them one by one. What are the top 10 challenges? You could refer to these as impediments, obstacles, and blockers: undefined goals, scope changes, inadequate skills, lack of accountability, improper risk management, ambiguous contingency plans, poor communications, impossible deadlines, resource deprivation, and lack of stakeholder engagement, which could mean many things. Stakeholder engagement is front and center. And when your stakeholders are not as engaged or engaged in a different way, a negative way, that is also an impediment. So we need to prioritize whatever impediments we find, and then we need to use our network of influence in the firm to help people, could be outside the firm, to help people, those on your team, to tear down the wall and help the team move forward. Because an impediment, an obstacle, or blocker impedes. That's what it's there to do. And your job as a scrum master, as a servant leader, as the project manager, is to get those out of the way. So in summary, you want to determine those critical impediments, prioritize them, use your influence, use your network to remove those impediments, and reassess continually to ensure impediments are being addressed. Let's take a look at a quick question here. It says, you are in the process of identifying risks. You're using a technique to identify threats. By starting with a problem statement, for example, the project might be delayed or over budget, and exploring which threats might result in that problem occurring. Which technique does this best describe? I'll give you a few seconds. Think about it. Hit the pause button if you don't want to see the answer. All right. The answer to this is C. You can find this in the PMBOK guide, page 415. It says, root cause analysis is typically used to discover underlying causes that lead to a problem and develop preventive action. Now, you do know that when we talk about impediments, these are risks that have become issues. So there is a difference. However, the way you tackle these problems, these obstacles, these blockers, the mindset should be, we need to get rid of them. Whether it's a risk, we need to get this under control. Whether it's a risk, we need to assess the risk first. Some risks are not worth going after. You leave them alone. They're small. The effort, it's not worth it. But other risks, you do want to go after them. And that's the mindset. When we're talking about impediments, you want to use that same lens, that same assessment lens that we have here. You first of all want to assess, and then you want to prioritize. And you go after the big ticket items first that are really holding the team up, creating massive problems. Deal with everything else after. All right. I hope you've really enjoyed this series of Conquer the Beast. And you can go on down to the website, Praizion.com. And on Praizion.com, you can take a look at some of the offerings we have. We've got on-demand training. We've got quarterly mentoring on leadership for those who are already certified. We've got various materials. So just click on view more products, go on down, view more products that we have, find whatever you need, and I guarantee you, you will find something that will help you on your journey towards PMP exam success. Okay, again, the website is www.praizion.com. Thank you very much for joining me on this journey. I hope you enjoyed it, and I look forward to hearing the great news of your success. Keep on pressing. Bye for now.